So, how do leasing, bank instruments, and monetization work? Technically, a financial instrument can be leased or purchased from an account holder, an asset holder, or an asset management company. It's very simple. Leasing a bank instrument is similar to leasing anything else, like a car or a house. Most people already know that. However, when it comes to monetization, they are completely wrong. People assume that something that has been leased cannot be monetized, as it does not belong to the lessee. In the case of treating a bank instrument as a simple asset, they are 100% right. However, in the case of monetization, they are 100% wrong. When a corporation finishes the leasing or purchase application agreement for a BG or SBLC, what they effectively do is lend collateral, which is technically called a collateral swap agreement. The usage of a financial instrument indicates credit enhancement. The monetizer, with the receiving bank, requires a credit facility. When any company or individual leases or purchases different types of bank assets, they gain the rights to use the assets for a predetermined time. Therefore, the lessee can monetize a leased bank instrument. So, does the bank instrument have value? Yes, bank instruments are of a lot of value, and an individual or company can monetize them in turn to generate enough profit to pay for providers' fees, any loan granted to the beneficiary, and monetization costs. If you are looking forward to funding your business for its growth and expansion, then one of the better ways would be to lease bank guarantees and standby letters of credit as well. Getting a monetized BG or SBLC is the easiest and fastest way to get some much-needed funds for the company. Bank securities can be monetized and then used to create markets for trading. To understand this, let's say that you own an oil company and want to purchase oil from the refinery. Here you can rent an SBLC from a provider instead of using your own funds inside your bank account. But to issue, receive, and hold financial instruments, you need to have a special bank account called a custodial bank account.
Also, when a client sends an application for a bank guarantee or standby letter of credit, sending a SWIFT message isn't cheap. These are bank charges that normally cost at least 2% of the face value of BG and SBLC. Now, if you're wondering what part the bank plays in BG and SBLC transactions, then practically speaking, banks do not issue BG and SBLCs. Instead, banks only work as the deliverer or the courier, not the initiator of the transaction. Let's say you use a courier to deliver the parcel to your customer. Here, the courier is the bank. The provider, that is you, and the customer are the actual dealers, and the courier or the bank simply does its job.
There are a number of reasons why banks don't issue bank instruments like BGs and SBLCs. If a bank wants to raise capital, it doesn't use BGs or SBLCs because the bank either issues bank bonds, midterm notes, or bank stocks or shares. They never use their own cash to secure or encumber a bank instrument, like a BG or SBLC in the bank. BGs and SBLCs are secured against client cash accounts of the provider. They are niche market client products, instead of bank products, that are created at high net worth bank clients' requests, with a large cash holding at the banks. Most of the bank officers don't even know about what leased bank instruments are, or that a BG or SBLC can be purchased from a provider. Genuine bank instrument providers are hard to find, and it's because the banks do not market BGs and SBLCs as their own banking goods, only because they are not authorized to do so. Other than that, just issuing BGs and SBLCs requires a very specialist financial skill set, and the highest net worth investors do not have the experience and time to involve themselves with the issuing process of the bank instrument. In reality, you need bank instrument providers more than they need you. Bank instrument providers are very selective in choosing who they would do business with. But the World Financial Contacts Inc. of companies is here to help you with that. We offer the best rates and a low initial deposit. We also offer our clients the choice of leasing and monetization via our company, and the customer pays for the leasing fee and the initial deposit via the same loan disbursement. So, apply for a lease and monetization of a bank instrument today. We hope this explanation has been helpful to you. We remain at your service for any documentation necessary to apply online for our services. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.